know where the treats at.
Is this the passing of the torch, right? Is this what this signifies?
It comes down to that front office and what they feel is most important.
The champ is here. We've touched down from a higher plane. Why you made it here?
We always look forward to that week because it was always intense.
You know that we ain't coming back. We about to.
The man, the myth, the legend, Dante Hall. My favorite player growing up was Dante Hall. I love you guys in the show, but Dante was my guy.
Get to dashing because you done on the warfield.
This episode of Chief Concerns is brought to you by BetOnline.AG. BetOnline remains your number one source for all your sports betting this season. Everything from NFL playoffs to pro and college basketball, UFC, MMA, and much more. You'll always find the latest odds, team matchup info, player news, and game trends at BetOnline. With live betting options, free contests, and live scores for almost any sport or game imaginable. BetOnline is truly the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your favorite leagues and events. Head to the website today or use your mobile device to join and receive your 50% welcome bonus with your first deposit. Make sure to use promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAV, to receive your rewards. BetOnline.AG, where the game starts. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Chief Concerns. I'm Marcus Dash here with legendary tight end Jason Dunn. JD, first week of free agency. How you feeling?
First week of free agency, it is on fire like I expected it to be.
Yep.
So that's how I'm feeling. I'm just hearing these reports, and you know, when you see reports, you hear reports, you're like, wow, like, oh, okay. But this, I mean, it happens every season. I mean, it's what's expected in free agency. You just don't know who's making the moves, who's going to go where. You know, some things kind of make sense. Others, like I said, is just, you know, you kind of head scratching. Other guys like, hey, man, good for him. And, you know, I hope he does well, you know, wherever he's going. We got some great reports of guys that used to play for us, you know, are going other places. And so it's been good for former Chiefs, guys that's been here to win Super Bowls. And, you know, just off the top of my head, Saunders, right, New Orleans.
Yep.
Talked about Juan Thornhill, okay?
Cleveland.
Then you got, let me see, who else? I'm trying to think.
Juju, New England.
Juju, New England. Yeah, Juju, New England. And the one that just came out. Boom. Woo. OBJ.
Yeah.
In Cincinnati. He's a Bengal.
Of all places.
Of all places, man. I didn't expect that. You know, I did not expect that. But hey, man, congratulations. And, you know, hope he does well in Cincinnati. And shoot, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So hopefully he got everything he wanted. Right?
I think there's a little bit of I don't know, would you call it seller's remorse or buyer's remorse when you don't take a deal from the year before and then you end up taking significantly less than the next season. I don't know what is that.
Yeah, that would be I guess seller's remorse, right?
Seller's remorse, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So you know, you're betting on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you're selling, don't get what you want. You know, and you settle for whatever you got right now, which I'm looking at the reports for it. He got like 4 for 64, 31 million up front. So guaranteed money. So good for him. You know, hope he's happy with it. You know, hope he's happy with it.
Yeah.
But what the Chiefs offered him last year, you know, hey.
It happens.
Yeah, It is what it is.
It is what it is, yeah. Another guy too, which I thought was interesting. I'm curious on what you think on this, because before we get into topics, Michael Burton, our fullback, the Denver Broncos signed him. Sean Payton brought him over because he was a Saint back in the day, so now he's coming over back to join Sean Payton in Denver.
Oh,
so we don't have a fullback. Could you see us being done with a fullback finally, or could you see Andy Reid bringing in maybe an H-back from this draft and putting him in to be a kind of a hybrid fullback action?
You know, well, we know that little fullback dive for the first down. we teams was all over that when he came in. We did a little fullback dive, and so I think they were like, okay, we played this thing enough. But you can probably find your fullback, probably get you a tight end, probably play the position like you said, another halfback to probably do it as well. You just didn't really have a whole lot of those lead blocks in our offense like you're expecting. And so, no, man, hats off to him. I didn't know. I didn't know he's going out there. But, Sean Payton's a good coach. And, congratulations to him getting signed somewhere. But I don't. What we do offensively, I think, is like totally different than what we expect as far as like having a fullback work in this offense.
Yeah, that's true. Because when we first, I think one of the first moves that Andy Reid made was trading Javier Arenas for Anthony Sherman when he first came over here. But the offense back then was so different with Alex Smith, and then over time, as we've kind of changed over to the Mahomes era, it's been just kind of different. I mean, yeah, Sherman did have games where he got touches at the backfield and stuff, but like it's over time, it's gotten less and less and less of the fullback with us.
Yeah, but that's the transition of the game. It's transition of what you see now offense become. And when you have somebody who is throwing the ball as effectively as Patrick Mahomes, that was our bread and butter. It was running the football. We're doing more of the zone reads, and with one single back, that was who we were. That's what we hung our hat on. And so the fullback became obsolete in a sense in this offense. The things that you're asking a fullback to do, you're asking Noah Gray to do. You're asking, Blake Bell was doing. And, of course, Jody, who just, we just picked up, the tag on him, some of the things that they were doing. And so now I think that just that position in itself, right, is just you don't really see too many fullbacks in the league anymore. But you always need a guy. Like you said, another H-back type of guy. You're definitely that dude.
Yeah. It also allows you, like, let's say, we're a big fan of tight ends. It allows you maybe keep another tight end in the 53-man roster instead of having another fullback. Or if you want to keep another extra running back. I mean, it kind of gives you more flexibility, I guess, with not having a fullback if we do decide to go that route. Yeah,
definitely. I think now, man, it's just so creative to get, something on first down, lead blocks. Like you said, definitely you can have another tight end or, the halfback to, do that job.
Yeah.
For sure.
And we've been pretty creative with the way, like you said, the way we use Noah Gray, the way we use Blake Bell. I mean, we've been so creative with the way we use these tight ends. So it's, I don't think it's not that big of a deal as far as getting rid of the fullback. Just kind of sad as a football purist. It's kind of sad you're starting to see, fullbacks going away. Like, my kid may never know what a fullback was. It might be a trivia question. What used to be a lead blocker for a running back? A fullback.
Yeah, fullback. Wow. Like, what? Really?
What's that?
So yeah, man. But you always have somebody in that position when you need like that third down. They're always bringing like maybe a defensive tackle to come in and block. When you're going into the end zone. So look, there's things you can do, for certain plays to bring these guys in. Saying, hey, look, man, you just come in for these 5 plays. That's all you need to know. When you put in a fullback, I just want you going in and wreaking havoc. Hey, that's it. And just hit everybody. Hit everything that's moving. Hit it all. All you need to do is just plug a hole for us. Just get a hole big enough for us. Yeah, but, man, look, tight ends, we can put it on this, baby. We can. We can put it on this. Believe that. We can wear it on our shoulders.
Sure. So, you guys can do it all.
Yeah, for sure, man. But all love, man. Hats off to all the fullbacks out there. How about that? Okay, all the guys. Yeah, yes, sir.
All right, so we're going to get into it this episode. We're going to talk about our acquisitions, our big ones that we've gotten so far. And we're going to start off with the tackle position. JD alluded to Orlando Brown is no longer with us. So this week we officially let Orlando Brown walk, test the waters. He just got signed right before we came on. Cincinnati Bengals, 4-year, $64 million. But we, the Chiefs, are new left tackle. We've brought in 25-year-old Jawaan Taylor from the Jacksonville Jaguars, played college ball at Florida. So what we're saying is the Chiefs feel that Taylor is athletic enough to make the change from left tackle, from right tackle to left tackle. Guys played a few snaps at left tackle in the NFL, played 2 games in college at left tackle. So pretty much he's a career right tackle guy that we are going to move to from right to left tackle. Some stats about him: third lowest pressure rate allowed of all tackles last year, 2.5%. He allowed 21 pressures, 15 hurries, 1 QB hit, and 5 sacks last season. So before we kind of dive into everything about, the whole move from right to left, because everyone's talking about that right now, what were your overall thoughts just on this acquisition alone of Jawaan Taylor?
Acquiring Jawaan Taylor was something I didn't know we was really covering him, to be honest with you. I mean, he just he came out of left field. But if they were looking, and it kind of goes to the point of Chiefs doing their homework, looking at guys that we don't quite know is they're searching for. But I think, man, it's a good acquisition, especially now that we see Orlando Brown Jr. has gone out here to Cincinnati. But you're taking a chance of taking a guy that's primarily a right tackle and making him a left tackle. So all those stats were great stats you're talking about on the pressures and whatnot, but that's on the right side. Now he's moving to the left side. Okay, and we talked about this transition from Orlando Brown when he left from over there with the Ravens, coming to the Chiefs, going to the left side. And so part of that is it's an adjustment. You got to make an adjustment. It's a tough adjustment to make in the NFL. And so, do they trust him to be let a guy to go play left tackle? I guess they do, right? So I think the reports, they're looking at it. That's a chance you got to take on a guy. Okay, that's very formidable. It really is. I can't talk about, man, how a difficult task that really is. Not saying it can't be done. We've seen Orlando Brown do it, right? And the transition was a little rocky, because sometimes, when you lock your legs, your body is, kind of set that way. And guys get used to it. Your body your legs get used to it. Your back gets to it. Your hands get used to it. So, yeah, man, good acquisition. It's going to be tough making that transition from right to left. So can he do it? Is athletic enough? They think so. So we'll see. We'll have to see, man. So there's a lot of different things that I think the Chiefs were they're still thinking about. I'll put it that way. Even with the acquisition of Jawaan Taylor, I think it's still things that they're looking at, possibly getting a tackle in the first round. And I think that's where they're going. That's the route, right? Because at a certain point, we're talking about Laramie Tunsil coming in. That's off the books now. That's not going to happen. They're talking about him probably re-signing, doing some things, maybe have some talks in house. So, yeah, that's where I'm at.
So you think so? Obviously, we've talked about how it's smoke screen season, so people lie about stuff. You wouldn't be surprised then, even though they're saying that he's athletic enough to play left tackle. You wouldn't be surprised if we went the going left tackle in the first round, maybe even trading up to the better left tackle, or just sitting there and getting the best left tackle available. You wouldn't be surprised by that. You think that's still the kind of route we're going to go?
I think it's the route we're going to go. To be honest with you, I think this is what they were thinking all along. Seriously, because we're talking about Laramie Tunsil still in, being looked at and still trying to get talks. Well, there was a reason for it. The reason was because they were feeling that Jawaan Taylor was a right tackle. Okay. Yes, he could go play left when we needed him to, but he's primarily right tackle. Like they said, we tried this project with Orlando Brown Jr. He did well. Do we do another project with this guy to become left tackle? Yeah, maybe. So I know we were still talking to the left tackles. I guarantee you right now, what we've been seeing the last couple of days, and when you had this conversation, I'm thinking that the Chiefs are, without a doubt, looking at a left tackle in the first round. Okay, so either moving up or best available left tackle, it's probably the route to go. Now, me personally, looking at some of the left tackles that are coming out in the draft, there's some that I prefer than others. And so some of the guys that I was looking at, man, like Anton Harrison is a guy that keeps bringing up, talking about he might be, available in the first round. I like him. I like his feet. Some things that kind of gives me a little pause on some of his technique. It's going to be difficult in the NFL, so he's going to have to make an adjustment. Any guy we bring in is going to have to make an adjustment. Dawand Jones, we talked about another guy, right tackle, who's athletic. We've seen him play basketball. Could he come over and play left? That's going to be another project that you had to put in the forefront, okay, to get him right. The thing is, do you move Jawaan over to left and, Jawaan play right? Right, Jawaan out with these names and play right. Yeah, and get him right. I don't know. Another guy that I like, I think is very athletic, who actually has a background in left tackle, I think is kind of underrated, is Darnell Wright. Darnell Wright. I watched him, man. I really like him. I really like his athletic ability. I like his physicality. I like his nastiness that he plays with. I think he's a guy, and I like his tight legs, his fits. Just kind of watch and listen to what was going on in the Senior Bowl, what he was able to do. I think a lot of people was very impressed with his workouts in not just the Senior Bowl, but also too in the Combine. So he's another guy that I think, man, could absolutely go in and play that position. And I don't think his transition will take that long because I think his second or third year he played left tackle at Tennessee. Right? Somebody that Trey Smith played with. Guys, I'm serious, would come in and fit really well in what we do scheme-wise.
Is it more difficult for a right tackle who's been in the NFL playing, that's been his position, going over to left tackle? Or is it harder for a rookie to just come in and play left tackle? Or is it going to be about the same growing pains for both?
Like you said, I think you made a great point about like the speed of the game. Jawaan, He definitely has that understanding, speed of the game, what guys are going to be given in the NFL. I think that's a good question. If you've been playing left tackle as a rookie, or at least have some experience, some really, kind of extensive experience playing left tackle, you may be better suited playing left tackle in NFL and catching up into that than it's a guy from the NFL going right tackle to left. I don't know. It would really depend on the guy. It would really depend on the person in itself. I don't think it wouldn't be an easy transition for either one. I just know as far as body wise, guys that travel like me, tight end that goes from right to left. Sometimes you put your left hand down, you got your right hand down, you're changing your body up. That is an adjustment. That's an adjustment you have to make. For a rookie to come in and play left tackle, you just got to adjust to the speed of the game. But you're going to get that in training camp. You're going to get that in mini camp. You're going to get all those different things. And then one of the things you can do with a guy like that, you can give him help if you need to. He's right beside Joe Thuney. So that helps also. So that's significantly a thing you have to look at because that's going to affect what he does, how good he's going to be, how quick can he make that transition. So yeah, man, I don't, man, like I said, I think it's more individual based, but just looking at it in itself, you would think a guy from the right that doesn't have experience at the left may be difficult. So is it the speed of the game or the experience at it? I think experience in itself rules out anything, right? I think that's what it is. Experience in itself gives you more of an edge on anything else. So,
yeah, but I guess just based on what you're saying, what I've heard you say over the years, as far as so it's not, but it's a right tackle. So you have the speed of the game part down, but you're going over to the left tackle spot. Whereas I guess it's either way. Either way, it's one thing. The left tackle, a rookie guy, he's got to learn the speed of the game. He knows position now. Right tackle guy's got to learn that. So I guess you're right. It depends on that person. Which one can fix that other part faster? Learning left tackle faster or learning the speed of the game faster?
Yeah, because it's speed of the game against technique. That's what you got to be working with, right? So you're going from right to left. Your technique's going to be a little bit different. It's going to feel a little bit, kind of like, okay, this man, can I make this adjustment? Yeah, you probably can, right? How quick can you make it? So I think, just kind of thinking about it, I think it could work either way for a guy. The guy could go from right to left. There's going to be growing pains. Can he make an adjustment? Sure he can, right? We've seen Orlando Brown do it, right? The last 2 years. A rookie coming in, that guy can make an adjustment. It's going to grow in pains. It's going to take him 1 or 2 years to get the speed of the game down, right? I mean, there's only a certain amount of guys who can come in and from college and play left tackle and just be effective right off the bat. The guys can do it. We see them. We've seen there's a list of guys that, have made that transition and do it effectively. The question is, are the Chiefs in a position to get that guy? Okay? Yeah. That's the question. And I'm looking at a guy that I know, Paris Johnson, to me, would be that guy. He's the only one I think wouldn't necessarily struggle. He wouldn't struggle as much as all the other guys that you're talking about as far as being left tackles in the NFL. The other guys, speed of the game is going to, be an issue. Feet-wise going to be an issue. The athletic ability is going to be an issue somewhat. Paris Johnson, I think he's got the full package. I really do. So he would be the guy I think without a doubt, I wouldn't have any issue as far as like him coming back and playing left tackle.
Yeah, he also, to Paris Johnson's point, I mean, he's also played an offense that with last few years with CJ Stroud, I mean, they throw the ball 30 to 40 times a game. So it's like, he's getting in that position all game long.
Right. He's a strong guy, man. He's an absolute strong guy. So, heavy-handed. I love everything he does out there. That's why I say it's so difficult. That's why left tackles don't grow on trees. I say it all the time. Left tackles do not grow on trees. Yeah. This significantly have changed as far as our strategy, as far as with the Chiefs wise, with OBJ going out here to Cincinnati, getting Jawaan Taylor. Yeah, okay. Well, now here we go. This is what we want to do. Do we develop a guy, bring a guy in, let him play left tackle, bring a left tackle in who might be young, develop under him? We still got right tackles. That's the thing about it, too. We still got right tackles here. I know people don't want to talk about it and want to deal with it or say we don't have guys. We got right tackles here. We got guys that can play that position, and I think they can play it effectively. So,
yeah. So let's say we don't go left tackle, right? Let's say this Jawaan Taylor is our left tackle. We really are going with that.
Yeah.
How much of this is a little bit of arrogance, knowing that we do have a great coach in Andy Heck? We have done the last 2 years going with a guy like Orlando Brown, who was a right tackle, who we made look like a decent left tackle. How much do you think this is arrogance by our coaching staff to go with, we can make this guy left tackle if we don't go with left tackle route?
Man, you got to be somewhat arrogant. You have to. You have to have confidence you're going to be able to teach these guys the techniques and things that they need to know to be successful, and give them all the tools that they need to be effective playing in any position. So it does take that. It does take, I wouldn't say, I guess arrogance in itself makes you feel like, you just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care who it is. We can develop any guy.
Yeah.
But shoot, you're supposed to believe that as a coach, right? All those guys got the same capability. The guys that we're talking about are good guys. Okay, they're great players. So Orlando Brown Jr. was a great right tackle, became a good left tackle, regardless of what people say, and talked about all the chips and all these different things and stuff like that. Look, I was going to compile, and I had some video. Okay, people were sitting there saying things like that. I'm like, listen, I have your top 5 tackles that you're looking at getting help, getting chips, okay, during the season. So don't act like it's just Orlando Brown Jr. And everybody's making it seem like Orlando Brown Jr. was getting chipped every pass protection. It's crazy. Like, look, man, I don't want people to come out here because I'm not going to let people just do an injustice to OBJ, right? I'm going to be fair. I'm going to be balanced, okay, about certain things, all right? Did he get help? Sure. But left tackles get help in the NFL. Do guys chip? Absolutely. In every single offense, they chip. That's how it's all structured. In certain pass protections, when guys and running backs are running out, they know if they see color, hit color before you get out on the route. If you see a rib, go ahead and give them a little chicken wing. like that. But you don't want to impede your guy that, of course, is blocking. You don't want to impede your tackle. That's part of the scheme. That's what you do. You hear every running back coach say, man, look, if you got a rib out there or something, you give him the business. That's what you do. Take a couple of plays out of this guy. Attack that shoulder, that part that I said, the rib, that chest, hit it. Just give him a little help if you need to. And it might not be much, but just being there as a security to cover, that's why you're there. I was going to compel, I'm telling a video. It's going to be like, I was like, yo, I had probably like at least 10, 11 plays I got tired of looking at because I'm like, I already know this happens. Like, I guess other people just don't.
You would think, because I've seen it, it wasn't just what we saw Bo Richter say that, but a lot of other former players who were coming out against a lot of the Orlando Brown asking for top 2 money. A lot of former players should know that even the best tackles, get chips. So it's like that happens. That's a thing.
I don't know how many, what other players are saying that. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not as deep into like the Twitter world or these conversations. A lot of people as other. I know from being an O-line coach, from playing in NFL for a number of years, playing football for a number of years, what pass protection is, what chipping is, from a guy that was a blocking tight end that pass blocked thousands of times, okay, in the NFL. All right, that was my job, and I'm talking about I was damn good at it too. You understand?
Best at it,
right? Best at it. Hell, let's go with it. Best at it. Okay, it's not arrogance. It's just appreciate it. But look,
that's a fact.
Hey man, listen, I know that for a fact. I'm sitting in the meetings. I know exactly how the conversation goes, how we talking. Okay, that's part of pass protection. But who's the other people that was possibly saying things like that?
I forgot who it was. It was a former Giant player who has a podcast, and he was talking about like the different contracts and stuff out there. He was talking about Orlando Brown wanting top 3 money at left tackle, and was talking about the chipping aspect.
What? Okay, wanting top 3 money is a different conversation. In the chipping aspect, was he a left tackle? Was he like a former left tackle?
I don't believe he was a left. I don't think he was a offensive lineman. I think he might be like a special teamer or like a receiver or something. I never heard of the guy before.
Okay, but that's what I'm talking about, and that's what I was going to bring out. Man, I was going to bring my guys on, to talk about tackles. I was going to holler at Big Rofe. I was going to holler at Big John Wellborn. Those guys. And look, let's go talk. We're going to talk tackle talk. Okay, a little bit, and just let people understand actually what's going on playing the position. We're gonna start doing that, man. Bringing different people up here to have these conversations. And I know off season when everybody's talking, we all speculating. Look, the reality is this. Okay, I'm just gonna be clear. We all playing a guessing game. The only ones that know are the ones that's in that room, Veach and whoever he's pillow talking with. I'm sure Andy and those guys. That's it. What they're going to do, okay? They got a board about guys they have on here, who they want to get, who they're going to sign, who they're looking at. And you know what? That's a strain. Us out here in Twitter world and these conversations, we're going to speculate all these different things, right? I may have a way that I might want to address certain issues. They're going to be something that may be completely different, okay? I look at things that we need, and I use my experience, my expertise on dealing with these things as far as being a player, how I feel like they're going to do, what I think makes sense to me. When I look at building a championship team, I know what it means when you talk about Bill Walsh, Dick Vermeil, all these championship coaches, what they're talking about being a championship team, okay? I know what these guys are thinking, how they're talking, building this. Now, negotiations is something totally different. I know for a fact that guys also, too, they're going to try to get guys for less money. That's the bottom line because it's a business, right? It is a business. For a fact, right here, OBJ going and signing for what he did, it's all a business. And I had to say this. I think that, to me, I think there was some strain hurt relationships there. So it was tough to go sign for that. Because I'm sure the chief was probably probably wanted to sign him for probably somewhere around this.
Yeah.
Get Jawaan Taylor for more money playing right tackle than the Cincinnati Bengals got for Atlanta Brown Jr. Hey, man.
Well, that leads to our next question. So
Okay.
now that we know the numbers, now that we know Orlando Brown signed for 4 years, $64 million to play left tackle in Cincinnati, and Jawaan Taylor 4 years, $80 million to play. We don't know, but all indications point to him playing left tackle. Do you think it was the right decision to move on from Orlando Brown? And do you think he would have even signed if that's what we offered him and he said no to, and it tested the market out, and then we were like, no, we're going to, okay, you say no to us, or we're going to go find our next guy. We kind of moved on. Do you think we may have moved on too fast? I mean,
I think it was in the Chiefs' best interest to allow him to go and check out the market, go see what it's like, right? You go check in and find out what you think you're going to get. Okay, I know Chiefs was probably like, look, we tried to sign you last year. We was going to go ahead and tag you this year too, to get some money. You won't do that. Fine, it's part of negotiation and business. So have at it. We got to move on. We got to start making moves. There's other guys we got to sign. There's other things that we have to address. We can't do that. We got to think about where we're going in the future. And we went down this road with you already. Did it last year. And so I don't think they was willing to go again like that this year. They're willing to do that because it took you where almost, I hate to say this, but it was almost like holding the Chiefs hostage. Because it's like, well, who do you got? And he was able to get that, that signing. Hey, that's what happened. Bet on himself, it's what he got. But I think that's what it was. The Chiefs was like, look, we're not going back down this road again. So it was in their best interest to do it. And I think he believed if he goes out here, he was going to get top money. I don't know if he thought he was going to get one or two top tackle money. I'm sure he thought he was going to get more of a payday than this. So that, man, when I'm telling you that's glaring, when I'm sitting there, I'm looking at this, what he signed for 64, 31 million guaranteed. Woo! There's some things there, man, that need to have a conversation about. I think there's hurt feelings, burnt bridges, people upset, and all of a sudden it was like, you know what? I don't care. This is me speculating. I don't know. But to me, it just seems like, maybe the Chiefs were probably trying to sign him. Maybe for what they was offering, he's just like, nah, I'm gonna go over here, Cincinnati. You know what I mean? Y'all didn't feel like y'all appreciated me, whatever it is, so I might go here. But hey, man, whatever. It is what it is. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. So,
do you think? If let's say we did offer him like $18 million a year, he said no to that, and he ends up signing with this 16 in the end, about 16 a year, whatever this is.
Yeah.
Do you think it's more of like, I know you say there's some hurt feelings there, but like, could it be like, you know what, screw you guys, I'm signing for this now over here, and like, I'm taking a discount over here. I mean, could that be something too?
Yeah, that's what I was meaning, like hurt feelings. Like, yeah, okay, fine. I'm a little upset with that. I'm a little upset that y'all really didn't have any loyalty to me, to sign me for this. So it could have been screw you money. It could have been screw you signing.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what they were offering him, this year, what the talks were. But maybe once he went out there, free agent market, and wasn't getting the bites. I don't know what it was. Only the agent and them know. Like I said, Veach and them know what was being offered. It's going to come out probably later on what was being said. And it could definitely be, is that a possibility? Is it definitely a possibility screw you money and screw you signing?
Yeah. Because you got to figure too, like, let's say we did offer him the same contract we offered Jawaan Taylor, right? Which obviously I think he would have chose that over what he got now. But, when you have a history with a team, last offseason in the reports where we offered him 6 years, $139 million. And then this offseason we offered him 4 for 80. Heck no, it's an insult. You guys are dropping my I played great this year. You're dropping my your offer that much. I mean,
yeah. And then you have a right tackle to get paid more.
Yeah.
Than you had left. Woo. Boy, that's tough. That's a tough spill to swallow. That's like a punch in the chest. Seriously. Because like, oh, you're gonna get this guy? Yep. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. I got it. So y'all gonna offer him more money. Well, at least when I'm going out here and I'm thinking I offer more money. And the Chiefs they just took advantage of what the situation was. Yeah, right? Yeah. They're like, okay, fine, we got to move on. We got to think about it. Let's go ahead and sign this guy for this amount. And so, wow. Man, it just all hit me now. Can you imagine? Jeez, I hate to say this. Hey, you hate thinking this. Can you imagine the Chiefs they were going to Orlando Brown Jr. and offering less money than they gave Jawaan Taylor?
Yeah. Schefter did say yesterday on ESPN that a lot of teams in the league were hesitant on him because they see him more as a right tackle than they do a left tackle, and he wasn't about that.
I hear you, but still, even at right tackle, he still should making top money. Yeah, I would say, man, you're not going to pay me at least what this guy's making, right?
It tells you what our coaching staff and GM thinks of Jawaan Taylor, that they went out and got pretty much spent up for this guy compared to what Orlando Brown got.
I hear you. That I would be hurt. I would be floored. OBJ, I would be floored. If that's what was happening. If they did not say, you know what, we've just moved on. We're not looking to sign, another tackle for this. We're just going to go ahead and go with getting a rookie in here and developing him. It's like, wow. Okay. So, man, I'm telling you, man, this NFL, it's like a soap opera. Yeah. I started thinking like, another world of the world turns and Chief Kingdoms, right?
Seriously.
Whoo. I'm just thinking this in my head, man. I'm like, wow. Can you imagine that his agent coming back like, hey, listen, nope, sorry, we moved on. This is what we're gonna do. This is our move. We're gonna think about getting a guy in the first round. The money that we have for you all, this guy got it.
Yeah,
and he plays right tackle. Then we can move to left. Wow,
who's never played left before in his life?
Never played left before in his life. Oh, we got confidence he's gonna play left. Really? Okay, you did have a guy that played 2 years at left, made a Pro Bowl both years. Graded higher in pass protection. Higher grade. Get a higher grade. I think, it was 76.8, 75.9, just a little bit. 68.8 on the run blocking. Jawaan Taylor's 39.7.
Yeah. And the irony is the fact that he's going to Cincinnati, obviously one of our biggest rivals outside of our division rivals. Before the championship game this year, I forgot who it was on Cincinnati, but they were all pointing to Orlando Brown being the weakest link of the offensive line. And now you got him.
Hey, yeah, well, OBJ don't have to worry about what's the name, the defensive end for
Hendrickson.
He ain't got to worry about that joker.
That's true.
But somebody was like Myles Garrett and somebody else out there. Well, we shall see.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. They got to go against him 2 times a year.
Yeah, but look, he had premier pass rushers in the AFC West. Yeah. Premier pass rushers here.
Yeah, Burrow. I mean, Burrow does scamper a little bit, but he's not as elusive as Mahomes is to kind of escape. He's more of a statuesque type quarterback than Mahomes, right?
Yes, but he also too he doesn't drop back as far as Patrick Mahomes either.
He gets it out fast. Yeah,
He'll get it out fast, but also too what he'll do is he'll step up in the pocket.
yeah.
So that's another thing. Different styles.
Yeah.
You got to take everything in account. So
it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But it's just a crazy thing, man. 4 for 64.
4 for 64. 4 for 64. 31 up front, man. Hey, congratulations on getting that.
Oh yeah, it's his first big payday, and he'll probably get one more big payday. I mean, he'll be 30 by the time this one ends. He'll probably get one more big payday.
Yeah. I've seen this thing happen before quite a few times, actually. And it's always one of those like, dad, God. But you never know. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what the mark's going to be. Same thing with like Lamar Jackson. Man, it's crazy. But you play Daniel Jones this much? Ooh, wee.
I just hope our coaching staff sees something that maybe the PFF grades don't reflect.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, he's an athletic guy. I watched film on him. I was checking him out. And so he's an effective guy. He is. He's a good right tackle. It's a good right tackle. It's a great signing. I'm happy he's here. I just think now the route is, hey, if you do put him on left, you still, get another left tackle in the draft. I think that's where they're going to go. Yeah. So I think that's what they're thinking. But I could be wrong.
I mean, it would make sense. I mean, to go best left tackle available, see how he does in camp. And if he is, obviously, it looks like he's pro ready and ready to go, then you keep Jawaan at his spot, and he's just a high paid right tackle. I mean,
it makes sense. It makes, really, I thought once they signed him, that's where they were going. That's exactly what I thought. I said, man, they're going to go left tackle in the first round. That's what they're going to get. And then I heard they was going after, Laramie Tunsil, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Woo, you talking about spending a whole lot of money up front.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't have been upset with that. I think someone posed the question online, like, what would you rather want, Laramie Tunsil or DeAndre Hopkins? I love Hopkins, but give me Tunsil. Give Mahomes like 100. Give him 30 seconds to throw all day back there with that old line.
I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. Give me D-Hop.
Yeah. I'm a D-Hop.
Give me D-Hop. I like Tunsil, man, but you spend a whole lot of money. There's a whole lot of money in those right there.
It's true.
Which you're protecting for, PM15. I get that.
Yeah.
That's what you want to do. You want to make sure you're protecting PM15. Tunsil, without a doubt, is one of the top premier tackles in the league. I agree with you. Hey, if he was helping everybody chipping for OBJ, hell, chip for the guy that's here, did throw the D-Hop.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey, and we saw the other team that was a big suitor for D-Hop, New England Patriots. They went and signed Juju. So, like, there's not many teams out there who've been linked to Cowboys still. So it's between us and the Cowboys are the two teams that are vying for D-Hop. So hopefully more comes out on that soon.
Well, didn't you say? I thought you said earlier. You said something about maybe Patrick. They restructured some of the things, so they got a little bit more on cap space.
Yeah, we added the 9.5 more million. So I believe we have like 17 something right now. Which 17? I know a guy who's going to be 17. Yeah, with Diop 2 years, 34 million left on his contract. So I mean, like that would make sense, but. And then extending Chris Jones would give us even more money too. So like,
right,
something's going on. We have all this money. We're not really spending it. So like, there's something going on. I think.
Yeah. So I think draft wise, we're sitting there. We're still talking about tackle, defensive tackle, edge rusher. I still think you got to go get for those guys. Get your wide receiver somewhere in the draft. Safety. Yeah, you get a safety later on. Still be able to you'll find a guy.
Yeah,
those main four, defensive interior. Defensive end, pass rusher. We got what's the name? My man over here, Charles. Look, I wrote this down before they signed him. I was like, we got to go get this guy. Yeah. I was like, absolutely. I seen him up there. Go get him. Go get him. That's a great signing. That's a great signing.
Strikes again.
Nostradamus
strikes again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You best believe it.
So on Charles, I wrote his name down phonetically just so I get it right. Omenihu. Omenihu. Charles Omenihu. Okay. I think I got it right. So 25-year-old. So we both guys we signed, Jawaan Taylor and Charles, both 25-year-old. So we're obviously going with the younger route so far. 2-year, a max of $20 million is his contract. Some nuggets I saw about him, you kind of talked about how much of a beast he is, but some of the numbers I saw. So according to Pro Football Focus, he was the 13th among all edges and pressures last year with 62, despite only playing 54% of the snaps, which is insane. Wow. And obviously with Spags likes versatile guys. You see Chris Jones playing inside, playing outside, Mike Dana playing inside, playing outside. This guy brings that too. So according to PFF, he had 364 snaps outside last year, 144 over the tackle, and 138 snaps at DT last year. So obviously you were a big fan of this guy. What are you grading this acquisition?
I graded, man, a B plus and A. That's where I'm at. I think that's a really good signing. It's a really good signing for us. For the simple fact that we got a guy who, like you said, who's been effective. Is going to bring a lot to the table, versatility. He's got some speed. I like it. I like it a lot. And this is something like I was talking about experience. This is an experienced guy to come in, and he's going to give you more snaps. He could come out here and absolutely be a star. If he only played 54% of the snaps last year, just imagine now what he's going to be able to do, when he comes in and takes it over on that side. Man, I'm excited. It's a great signing for us. Absolute great signing for us.
And also, like, being able to get a guy who played for San Francisco, and I feel like San Francisco is like the D-line factory. I mean, they get any types of guys, outcasts of their teams. They come there, they resurrect their careers, and they make the good careers out of themselves. So something about getting San Francisco guys, but what do you make about going and getting a guy who has, played behind Nick Bosa? I mean, some said, like, with the amount of rotation guys they had last year, like, he was easily the second best pass rusher behind Bosa on that team last year. I mean, that's a team that has guys up the wazoo who coming out and pressuring the quarterback. What do you say about getting guys who come from teams that, are kind of the mecca in that position, especially talking about D-line in San Francisco?
Well, I think first off, what you do is you learn how to compete. And when you got a guy that is an elite pass rusher like Bosa, you're going to learn a whole lot. You're going to raise your standard, okay? When you see a guy who is at the best of the position, doing it at a high level, you're sitting there saying, I got to match what he's doing, okay? So I don't disappear. So I got to go out there and show flashes. If I'm going to get any of his clock, if I'm going to get any of this, right, this is what I have to do. I got to show it. And so I think that's the main thing right there. It's just the competitive nature that you learn in that environment, okay? When you have, like I said, that elite guy like that. And what ends up happening, it ends up getting you paid, when you're a free agent. And so, yeah, show up when you're supposed to. And he did enough of, like, showing up, but also to learning that standard. He'll bring what he learned out in San Fran. He'll bring it to Kansas City, okay? Fire lit, coming off the football. He's going to a championship team. San Fran's been doing, a tremendous job, championship team. So he's already got the mindset. So one of the things you want to bring a guy in the building that has the same mindset about winning, beating guys, being a championship, all those things. It's important. It's very important. Sometimes you come from losing program and it's all about the guy. And I think sometimes when you start seeing that, I can name different guys out here. And you see, like, every single year, they were talking about, I can't think of his name right now, but a first round pick. He's always trying to find a family.
Clowney,
yeah. Davion Clowney is always trying to find some place, man. It's just, injuries and stuff. Yeah, he shows flashes of like who that guy is, but every single year, man, it's like somebody else is like, okay, you can go ahead and move on. Uh, and at a certain point, is it just about the guy, or is the guy coming to the team to make the team better and overall understanding that we're trying to win? Not just you, we are. We're trying to win. This ain't about you, it's about the team. And I think Veach and those guys have done a very, very good job of making sure they're going after guys like that are team-oriented guys, okay, that can fit in, make a team better, but also make the room better. But obviously, man, when we have a guy like this here, man, who's going to give a lot to an organization because he's played in in a good organization like San Fran. He's going to bring it here to the Chiefs, man, and the Chiefs know that. So, congratulations, man, signing this guy, Charles. I'm so excited to watch him play. I can't wait. Can't wait for we get some other guys too, man, defensive ends, some edge rushers and stuff like that. And I think we will. Those things we need to address. I know a big topic was, of course, the Leonard Brown Jr., the left tackle and stuff like that. My thing, let me say this, if you relish in a guy not necessarily, I don't know, winning, I'm on guys to get paid as much as they worth, as they want to. But some of the things, man, I'm just sitting there watching with OBJ, man. People just like on it. I've read this one said I like to sit something on players leaving on a good note, but F Orlando Brown, I hope he ruins that franchise. That's crazy to me. Why would you have that sentiment whatsoever? That's what you say. Guy that's been here for the past few years, protected guys. I get it, and look, everybody's getting their feelings hurt or they get in their feelings. This is a business. It's a business thing. So I like to look at the entire scope of it. Like, look, was he a good left tackle? Absolutely. Okay. He bet on himself. He went out there. He got what he wanted, I guess, in Cincinnati, and everybody's moving on. Everybody's moving on. So it's the way this world works, man. This is franchise NFL business. This is NFL business. Yeah. So
it's weird to see fans take it like that. I mean, especially when a team that just came off of the Super Bowl, like that guy's a part of it. That guy will forever be a part of the Super Bowl aura that we talked about, beginning of a dynasty. Like, he's going to be a part of that. And, like, just to say, like, get out of here and like you're all these type of awful things that I've seen. It's like,
yeah, man, I don't understand all the hate, for a guy who want to get paid. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Look, hey, no problem. Hey, listen, hey, if you want to get paid, go ahead. Go check it out. Go check the market out. Go ahead. We ain't got it here for you. You want to go, somebody want to pay you? So be it. Somebody paid it. Wasn't what the Chiefs was offering him, or at least, after they signed my man. That's what it was. They had to move on. Had to move on.
Yeah. So you kind of touched on it as far as draft wise, what you think we're going to go in the draft. As the final topic here. So we went after tackle. We went after edge. Obviously, Dunlap was a free agent. Frank Clark's gone. And then Saunders is gone. So we have a few vacancies on the D line. But now we bring in Charles Omenihu. So there's obviously some room in there. Maybe we could bring in another DN, a veteran guy. But of the remaining moves we have to make, what are the next two moves you want to see, and specific, if you have any names specifically?
Yeah, well, I named a few of them as far as like left tackle. I think Darnell Wright, Anton Harrison, DeJuan Jones. At tackle, I think we still need a tackle, no doubt. Defensive line, and there's some guys out here. I really hadn't looked fully into the D line. I think there's quite a few guys out there. I think D line is going to be our next top. We need to get some D linemen in here, to be opposite of Chris. I think we still need an edge. And then
And this, I'm saying more like free agency wise, veteran.
Oh, free agent wise. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought draft wise. Free agency wise, same thing. We probably get another edge. Free agent. Man, free agents now, man, these suckers start getting pricey. That's what it is. Start getting pricey. And so you're trying to show up some money, get a guy here. And I told you, the free agent wise, man, you know where I'm going. Look, I want us to not worry about wide receiver for the next 2 years. Go get D-Hop. That's where I am. I'm in D-Hop camp. That's where I am. So you do that. 2 years, we got to win now. We're trying to win now. Trying to make it easier. And so trying to protect Pat. Now gives him some things, some weapons to throw to. Okay. We got guys here. We know we got MVS. We know we got Sky Moore. We got Darius Toney. All right. Travis Kelce. We got guys here. What's wrong with getting an elite guy here? Not saying these guys are not elite. These guys are, have the ability to be better than what they are. They're good. They're good right now. Okay, they are. D-Hop is an elite guy. When I looked in, you start looking at where he was rated, the top 6 years. I think his 10 years. I think I put him 10 years. I guess by Pro Football Focus, what they're rated him at. He makes top five out of those. Top 10, 7 out of the 10 years. You know what I mean? That's top 15, maybe that's at the 10, I think 8 or 9, something like it. Something's crazy. It's crazy. The guys that's out there, I didn't see nobody was even remotely close to that.
Yeah.
So
I'm seeing a lot of Chief fans are looking at guys like Darius Slayton, Kenny Galladay types. They're looking for and here's the thing, and nothing wrong with looking for the younger guys, but we have, and that's the thing. They everyone's saying, let's go get a younger guy. It's more Veach's type. There's a reason there's smoke behind us being interested in D-Hop, but like we already have a room full of really young guys. We don't need another young guy. We already have the youth. The youth movement's already in there.
Yeah, we got young guys.
You bring a veteran guy, someone who's been there and who's more experienced, and also someone who's elite. And we don't really have an elite guy in that room. So like the whole youth movement thing, I think we're fine on the youth movement stuff in the wide receiver room. I just think that bringing a veteran guy, we lost Juju, we lost Harvey. Those are veteran guys.
Yeah,
bring him in, D-Hop.
Well, I think what it does is it absolutely garners more competition in the room. Like we were just talking about Bosa helping, Charles Omenihu, right? His game up. D-Hop can come and do that to the wide receiver room. You can do the same thing. Nothing wrong with having veteran presence here that can do something like that. When these guys, young guys, been watching a guy like D-Hop, who was like, man, I want to be this guy. Why not bring him here? Show him how it's done.
Yeah.
He's a guy I think could fit into this organization. I think D-Hop is a guy like at the tail end of your career, he's just not about himself. He's about winning championships. He's a guy. What I'm just thinking, I was driving today. I'm like, man, at the end of the game or somebody, D-Hop gonna make something happen.
Oh yeah,
He's gonna make a play. He's gonna make a play. So it always just on Kelce. Look, D-Hop can definitely go and make that play.
Yeah. It helps out Pat as another weapon to have, so he doesn't have to play hero ball, and it also helps Kelce's life a little bit, prolonging his career a little bit longer too, being the top tight end in the league. No doubt, and that's what it all is. It is the longevity of bringing in, Patrick and Kelce. Like I said, it's not the level of difficulty that Patrick has to do every single game, right? It should be making it easier. Say when you get up in age, and we talk, probably relative, getting up in your career, make it easier. Pat at the old age of how is he, 25 or whatever? Yeah, 26 or something. Yeah. 25, 26.
Ripe old age of that age. Yeah, make it easier for him. Yeah. You want this guy around for a long time. Okay.
Seriously. And also too, like with the trade, that's one thing that free agency does. It kind of allows a market to be set when trades happen. It allows a kind of a market to be set. And originally they when the first report came out a couple weeks ago, it was Arizona wants a second-round pick and maybe a mid-round pick.
Yeah.
This Giants trade with Darren Waller, they give a third-round pick for a younger guy at that position who's been more elite, more recent, not more elite, but, top tier at his receiver or at his position, whereas D-Hop, he's getting towards the end of his career. I've read that he could go for a fourth-round pick, and that's what they're saying now. Fourth-round pick? Come on.
Man, look, everything's negotiable. Fourth-round pick? Yeah. Hey, I just – my team, that's what I'm doing. I would do that. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. So, it just makes sense to me. It makes sense because then all of a sudden you don't have to worry about the wide receiver. You can get a guy in the draft. You still develop a young guy if you wanted to. If you draft somebody, you still got young guys here. You got a guy like this for 2 years. Win the championship now. Win it now. Okay, win it now. So I just if you're thinking about talking about Kansas City Chiefs being a dynasty, you're very serious about that. Why would you not want to bring a guy here that is one of the top in the league, that I think maybe contract-wise is reasonable, all right, to get makes it easier for Kelce and Mahomes. Put you in a position, man, to be elite again. I don't know. That's my assessment. DJ Chark was another guy they was talking about. I like DJ. I think he's a good player. I do. Is he going to step the game up with the? Yeah, he's going to add something to what we do. But I think everybody wants to do more with less. Like there's no need for that. If you don't need to, there's no need to do that. And less being a relative term as far as like these guys are great receivers. They are. All the guys we have in the room are really, really good young receivers. They are. Okay. But a guy like D-Hop, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a game changer. It's a game changer. He comes in. There's no question about that. There's no questions. None whatsoever. There's no questions. So, yeah, somebody's like, I prefer D-Hop. That's what I prefer. All the receivers you talking about going out there and getting, I prefer D-Hop.
Yeah. People are saying they prefer, if we are going to go after a veteran guy, going after Adam Thielen, who probably will cost less than D-Hop, but who's also older than D-Hop. So it's like, I don't know. I'm not into that.
Look, I like Thielen. I've been a Thielen fan for a number of years, man. He got great hands, run great routes, premier wide receiver. But he's older. His time is due. D-Hop, we catching at the very tail end. Like he still got some good. He got 2 good years in him.
Got some juice left, yeah.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. So, no doubt about that. So, I don't know, man. You decide. Is Thielen going to get you another championship? I don't know. Veteran guy. You make guys in that room probably better.
It's it's another guy. I mean, it's not going to up your chances, but I'll tell you one thing. I'm just looking at this from the way you kind of just mentioned. If we sign Adam Thielen tomorrow, the betting line won't change in Vegas. If we trade for DeAndre Hopkins tomorrow, the betting line will change and we'll even have a greater chance of winning the Super Bowl next year. That's how you know a guy's a difference maker.
It'd be huge news. Huge. Patrick Mahomes just got one of the elite receivers in the game. Huge. They'll talk about it. Hadn't had an elite receiver since Tyreek Hill left. So,
yeah. That's
the headlines I want to read. I want to read those headlines, Marcus.
Yeah, me too.
Okay? I want to read. Oh, shoot. I'm like, oh. Well, I'm going to start talking smack. So D-Hop get I'm like, oh, it's over. Yeah. Oh, D-Hop, y'all thought y'all had a chance? Go get who y'all need to go get. Go get them. Go get them. It ain't going to matter. Chiefs are going back. And I'm like, they're going to go back this year anyway. They're gonna make it work. They're gonna make something happen. And I got faith in it. Got faith in my boys. All right. Go get D-Hop.
Yeah.
Watch everybody's back bow up and all. Watch everybody. Twitter go crazy. You talk about this emblem right here, Chiefs Kingdom, will go crazy.
Yeah.
Get D-Hop. Telling you.
I hope, like we said last week, I hope it happens soon. But I mean, it could be, it could be one of those things. We saw AJ Brown get traded on draft night last year. You saw that famous clip of Vrabel being upset in their war room. But that could happen if it is draft compensation, and we are trying to play with the compensation there. It could be a draft night trade. Which actually, could you imagine drafts being hosted in Kansas City? The Kansas City Chiefs are on the clock. They trade their 4th round pick for DeAndre Hopkins. Could you imagine the pandemonium going on in there?
Oh, man. Oh.
Yeah.
That'd be serious. That'd be serious, man.
Very serious.
Look, everything's been entertaining these past few days. It's been entertaining, seeing it all, listening to people, having conversations and speculating about a lot of different ways, different moves. I think it's the fun of it, right? Because everybody's trying to play GM. Everybody's trying to, everybody's trying to play GM. Everybody's trying to play that position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay, and it's fun to do that. It's fun to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I know the Chiefs got something on their mind and what they want to do. So
yeah,
we'll let them play their part. We'll just play our position. We'll watch. We'll comment on these things and we'll have fun with it. We'll get on each other. But I love it. I love every bit of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will say some Chiefs Kingdom is going. I've seen our guy Lance getting killed by so many people in Chiefs Kingdom. If you guys are watching this, lay off Lance. Leave the poor guy alone.
Oh man, look, Lance, man, Lance has some really good stuff. He has some really good things, man. All right. I just want to jump on Lance. There's no reason.
He's got opinion just like everybody else does,
Yeah, right.
I think he was talking about he's getting like death threats and stuff from people. Like, hey, it's from a Chief fan because they hate his takes so much.
Why?
I don't know. Our own fan base is sending a guy death threats because they don't like his takes on our signings or his, who he wants and stuff. So like people just need to take it easy. Like this isn't like another fan base. This is literally our fan base. Like we should be like supporting each other. Yeah, I know most of you guys, a lot of you guys don't like the D-Hop stuff, but that's our opinion. We want D-Hop.
Opinion, man.
So that's it. Everyone's got their own opinion. You don't have to kill a guy for wanting a certain player.
Right. Hey, everybody has an opinion, right? How they feel or what they think. I'm trying to get context to certain particular things, right? Why, obviously everybody has their own. Well, why they should make this move? Why they should make this move? I'm always want to be fair to everybody. I'm trying to be fair as much as possible to everybody I'm speaking about. So
100%, yeah. I mean, and we're fair to the people who want to Adam Thielen. We can make a little silver lining of how that could work. We can do that. We can play some ballet to make sure it can work.
Yeah, man. Thielen come in and catch some balls. He's a very talented wide receiver. Like I said, I've been a Thielen fan. I do. Do I think there's guys that are better than Thielen coming here? Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like we do sign Adam Thielen, we're gonna be all aboard with that tomorrow. That's one thing that everyone who's hating on us for saying, "Oh, D-Hop," because I made some fun graphics. I think I made one earlier of Mahomes, Kelce, and D-Hop together. I put scary hours over top, and there was some people like, "No." The thing is, at the end of the day, if we do trade for him, those same people saying no are gonna be like, "Yeah, I love D-Hop," and it's
right.
like, okay,
you gonna hate that? Like, really, you gonna hate that move? We get DJ. Thielen here, it's like whoever it is we get here. Look, you part of the kingdom now, baby. That's how that works. You part of the kingdom. We got your back. We got your support. You know what I'm saying? If you was part of the kingdom, let me put it this way, okay? Going back to OBJ, if you was part of the kingdom, hey, we got your back. We good with you. At least I am. Okay, we are. When I say we, Chiefs concerns, we're good with you. Okay, we understand, man. It ain't just an easy task. You came here, you bid your time, you did what you had to do. They won a couple Super Bowls, championship, AFC championship games, and all of that. Deal.
Unless you're going on podcasts calling it needed to be said and say Patrick Mahomes isn't the best quarterback ever, and you're saying Tua is better.
Read between the lines, right? Read between the lines, man. All of that, that's marketing and getting things out there. You're supposed to say, hey, your next girlfriend is supposed to be the best thing ever that you ever seen, right?
Nah.
Lewis Carr's got to be the greatest,
Yeah, she's second best compared to my ex, but she's all right. Not bad.
You're never gonna say it like, oh my gosh, look at this 10 I just got, man. I can't believe it. Man, she's the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
She might break up in the next 3 months. And just, hey, well, I can't stand her. Well, that's how these things go, right? How these things go. Positive reinforcement of your moves. That's how it's got to be.
Exactly. And with that, I mean, anybody we sign, we're gonna have a segment on the show talking about how good this guy fits in the offense or on the defense. So like, we have our opinions, but like we find the good in all every move we make, and also we can criticize it as well the show, but like we find the good in it. So we're
gonna be objective. We can look at things and say, hey, look, this is what, like you said, where a guy fits, how he's gonna bring, what he's gonna bring to the table.
Yeah,
what you supposed to do.
Yeah. That's all we can do, JD.
And we ain't gonna be mad like, oh shoot, why we sign this guy? Like, oh goodness, can you believe he got this? Oh, he gonna struggle. No, we don't play like that. No, we better than that, man. We better than that. You know what I mean? So.
All right, guys. Well, that does it for us. Hopefully, we have some D-Hop news to report to you guys next week when we see you. But until then, we hope you guys have a good weekend, and we hope you guys enjoyed the episode.
Yeah, and then maybe not.
Yeah, then maybe not.
Hopefully you will. You're right, Marcus.
Hopefully.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.
All right.
See you, Chiefs Concerns.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.